Hey there, Bill Herman with Jason Jones and the Entertainment Experience, BillCreates.com, and of course Disc Jockey News. We're both writers for that awesome publication. Thanks for joining us again today. Today we want to talk a little bit about preparation and what's so important about preparation. I mean, come on, we know what we're doing, right? I show up to a good gig, all I got to really do is turn my stuff on. I know what I'm supposed to play. I know the music that works. Why would I have to prepare for anything? And I've done it on a regular basis. I probably wing more from an event than I really should.
You know, and if you've given yourself the opportunity to experience what it's like to have yourself completely 100% scripted, prepared, ready, so that when you leave for that event, you're not wondering, gosh, do I have everything? Did I write everything? Did I get all the instructions? Do I have all the photos? You're not wondering that at all, because you know you've gone through the entire process of what it took to have yourself be so tightly scripted and so ready that if you go off script when you're performing, you're completely confident because you can go right back to your plan as it's laid out and move forward with it. I had that experience personally with myself. I had a rather complex event where my clients wanted to recreate their wedding ceremony that they had in the Florida Keys. It's a really fun idea because we were going to do it as a surprise. Nobody knew that we were actually going to be doing this. So so I had to be able to coordinate, so my assistant knew exactly when to put the slides up for the people that weren't there, and when to switch to the video, and when to go back to a default picture and do it without my saying, go to picture now, put that one up above. So I could just go on with the presentation and people could just take it all in as it was happening. Well, in order for that to happen, everything had to be in detail, beat by beat for my assistant. Nothing left for verbal instruction. And the way I used to do it is half the stuff I'd say, oh yeah, just do this, and oh yeah, with that, yeah, put that up, I didn't include that. Well, I'm not setting my assistant up to be successful and to really be in the game and know exactly what's going on. And I tell you, the difference that it made in the experience that I had way more fun in my performance. I performed at a much higher level than I normally perform, and the audience, they had the best experience that I've been able to generate yet.
I saw the video on this and it was pretty extraordinary. I mean, imagine if you went to a reception expecting to party and then you actually thought or found out that you're going to actually watch the wedding happen. I didn't come to the wedding for a reason. Hello. Well, I watched a video, and a standard video just pointing at the information is usually pretty boring, and it was intriguing and interesting, and it drew me in just from watching from one standpoint, not a big camera shot with a bunch of different angles. It drew me in. Why? Because it was so well prepared and so well purposely put together that if I was drawn in and I didn't know these people and I wasn't a part of everything else, the whole room got drawn into it as well. Now imagine this 15-minute presentation was now the highlight of the entire night. Any music that got played at that point was just hyperbole at that point. Nobody could have danced, and it could have been just a great event because they would never stop talking about it because it was prepared, because it was well scripted. And I saw him go off script more than a few times. I know because I know when he goes off the script, but that room just felt like it was just being created in the moment. That's what we want anyway, right? So instead of just created out of the moment, really know what you're going to do and know what's going to happen before you get there. So when you go off the script, then it just becomes the polish on an already perfect little thing.
So I invite you for your next event to go ahead and take on the challenge of preparing to the point where you think you're over-prepared, you're over-script, where you're like, this seems like overkill. Nothing is left to question. There's no verbal instructions to give to anybody. You know exactly what you have to do. You have checklist, everything. Just try it. I invite you to just try it and then share your experience with us.
Yeah, let us know.
We want to know how that works. You can contact us through BillCreates.com. We would love to hear what your experience is with that.